Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Fallout Classic. Now, between episodes, went ahead and did some minor checkups, finding out anything I need to know about my character, finding out my karma is really high at this point, and that I am radiated, so I have to deal with that. So, first of all, let's go ahead and use some of the Radaway. Badoop. Lost 2 radiation levels. Which I don't think... Yeah, radiation... I am no longer radiated. So, that much is good. Go ahead and switch this out for my sniper rifle. I think I've gone ahead and already accessed everything that I need from the discs. So, we're going to go ahead and start out by using these books. Using Guns and Bullets. I'm using Dean's Electronics. And I've got one more. The Big Book of Science. And those are all used, and I think you can actually use multiple of those. But I couldn't carry multiples of those, and I'm not about to go back into the glow for that shit. Okay, so now we look at the Pip-Boy, and we have a lot of stuff on the Pip-Boy. Let's look at the FEV experiment tape. Log date March 21st, 2075, which I believe was the date that everything went down. Well, not the date, but that was kind of the year. I think it was 2076 when things went down. Almost 100 years ago. Major Barnett has ordered experiments with batch 10011 of Panimmunity Virion, which has been renamed FEV for Forced Evolutionary Virus. His main concern is that the side effects of the quad helix structure rather than its main effect of replicative stability. He believed the new structure is the next logical step from mammalian nuclei. Experiments with single-celled organisms is a great success. While their basal metabolism appears unchanged, their immunity to infection and radiation is exceeding all earlier expectations. Addendum, chloroplasts seemed unaffected by the virion. Further experiments on plant cells had been cancelled by order of Major Barnett. Log date May 9th. We infected several species of flatworm with FEV. Within hours, the worms had increased in size by 28%, and 39 separate viral contagions were resisted by the population. Each sample was allowed to continue for several generations, and the new DNA structure was successfully passed on to the worm's progeny, although only asexual reproduction was noticed in the samples. Experiments with insects have had less success. Major Barnett has postponed these experiments until further notice, June 30th. Several lab strains of white mice have been infected successfully with FEV. Again, an increase in size was noticed within hours, and after 9 days, all mice had stabilized at 31% larger than the control group. Dissection revealed the most increase in size in striated muscle tissue and certain internal organs, such as the liver, heart, and kidneys. In a surprising find, the infected mice were found to run mazes in less than half the time of the control group. More testing will be needed to confirm this finding as significant. November 9th, we have infected 218 rabbits with FEV. Half of the subjects were implanted with the electrodes to monitor EEG activity before and after the infection. Increased electrical activity on the brain was noticed in 3.2 seconds on average after injection. Again, the typical size increase was noted. However, increased aggression and posturing, especially among males, noted as well. Sacrifice and perfusion yielded brain tissue that showed increased dendritic connection, especially in the limbic system and the frontal cortex. So their brains are getting bigger as well as their bodies. Or not bigger, but getting more dense. January 12th, 2076, with batch 11011, we have improved the mitotic research or cycle efficiency by 43%. We have infected 53 raccoons with a new strain. In addition to the now expected size increase, behavioral tests confirmed an increase in intelligence and manual dexterity by 19 points on the Schuler Cap Index. Unfortunately, several subjects escaped confinement and had to be hunted down and dispatched. Major Barnett ordered the remaining subjects terminated. 2 pairs were unaccounted for. That's kind of interesting. Super raccoons. May 13th, we have spliced several new gene sequences supplied by Major Barnett's advisory team into FEV. With batch 11-101A, we infected 23 dogs of both pure and mixed breed and all experienced Nearly immediate growth. The larger size was accompanied with increased aggressiveness, while no significant intelligence increase was noted. We plan to attempt crossover of 92 allele pairs with batch 11-011. All subjects were terminated after 14 weeks of study. October 4th, the crossover has been completed and 15 chimpanzees were infected with batch 11-111. Growth and immunity levels are unprecedented. Attempts to induce cancers in the subjects through radiological and chemical agents were not successful. Increased aggressiveness have led to isolating the subjects. 2 subjects suffered violent epileptic seizures and died. All remaining subjects terminated. January 7th, Major Barnett has ordered the transfer of all FEV research to the Mariposa military base. He plans to continue the project experiments on volunteer subjects. I am against this and would like it noted that research on human subjects is not recommended by myself or staff. So that's what happened. We got to find this military base. That's what it boils down to. FEV research. As China became increasingly impressive with their use of biological weapons, the United States government felt that a countermeasure was needed. The Pan-Immunity Virion Project was officially formed September 15th. It has become clear that the best way to combine the newly created biological weapons was to alter uninfected DNA so that it was no longer susceptible to standard viral infection. Unforeseen side effects began surfacing in early 2076 with a PvP. Animal test subjects began showing an abnormal growth rate accompanied by increased brain activity. The U.S. government took notice of these discoveries and, in the interest of national security, moved the team on site to secure and oversee the project, which is now dubbed the FEV project. So this is how it goes on. FEV nears completion. Tests on lab animals are at a near 100% success rate. Size and muscle density increase approximately 60%, and the potential intelligence increases by 200%. Effects upon human subjects remains unknown, although they are theoretically promising. The military, wishing to continue further testing, built a large facility at the Mariposa military installation in Central California. At this new facility, testing of the FEV virus continues on volunteer subjects from the military. Power armor specs. T-51B powered infantry armor is designed with the latest passive defense features of both civilian and military disturbances. The back-mounted TX-28 microfusion pack generates 60,000 watts, or 60 kilowatts, to power the high-flow hydraulic systems built into the frame of the suit. Made of the latest polylaminate composite, the T-51B shell is lightweight and capable of absorbing over 2,500 joules of kinetic impact. The 10-micron silver ablative coating can reflect laser and radiation emissions without damage to the composite subsurface. Okay, so I need power armor, basically. West Tech Records. Wait, Alpha Experiment Tape. In the hopes of countering the current bacteriological and viral agents employed by the Chinese government, we have manufactured a virus fragment consisting of the ribonucleic acid encased in a protein lipid sheath. The virion contains a specially arranged sequence of irradiated amino acids that are capable of attaching to nonspecific binding sites on deoxyribonucleic acid and force a non-replicating mitosis to occur. The resulting host cell is left with a quadruple helix DNA structure. Early tests are promising. The virion easily penetrates the cell membrane and attaches directly to the host DNA in the nucleus. Mitosis of the structure begins almost immediately. Cytokinesis is prevented by controlling the disposition of kinetochore fibers during anaphase. The entire mitotic cycle lasts approximately 2 hours, although phenotypical expression of the new structure may take days or weeks to become apparent. So, yeah. I apologize if this is boring. I kind of find it interesting, though. In addition to the effective immunity to bacterial and viral agents, the quad helix structure is almost entirely immune to errors introduced in base pairing during replication due to multiplicity of the base sequence. Radiation-exposed tissue shows no mutation in base sequence, and protein synthesis mechanisms in the ribosomes were unimpaired. I still don't understand how they get a quad helix structure out of... I still don't understand how... I mean, I understand this is science fiction. I understand this is hilariously over-the-top science fiction, but I do not understand how a quad helix structure in a pairing organism is supposed to work. Anyway, radiation-exposed tissue showed no mutation in the base sequence and protein synthesis mechanism, and the ribosomes were unimpaired. Over 80% of the samples tissues contained quad helix DNA. Most affected was muscle and bone tissue, as well as secretory cells, as these cells were seen most receptive to virion.
Sensory cells are the least affected. Surprisingly, even normally non-replicating nerve cells and non-somatic cells were induced to begin mitosis. Further experiments will be necessary to determine the results on these cells.
Anything else I need? I know the West Tech records. Yeah. I read this last time. That's the Ancient Brotherhood tape. What else do I need? I think that's it. So let's head back to the Brotherhood of Steel. I will see you when I get there, unless anything interesting occurs. And something interesting occurred. Bob's Pre-Owned Car Mart. Hi, welcome to my previously owned car lot. Which one of these beauties interests you today? These cars are all wrecks. But sir, these are fine examples of motor vehicles. They can't be in working condition. These cars have been given a full 100-point service by our dedicated service department. And where is your service department? Right over there, sir. Where? There's nothing over there. What do you mean? They're working on a newly purchased 56 Corvega. An excellent buy, I might add. Okay, whatever you say. And we have an excellent warranty. You can bring them back to us for any oil changes as well. The first one is free. What do you say? You throw in a full tank of gas and you have a deal? I'm sorry, we don't have any petrol. Maybe next time. Ah ha ha. What the hell? It's a used car lot out in the middle of a freaking... Here, I'm going to open this door. You know what? I feel like I should quick save. Please tell me that this is not gonna fuck me up. What's in his bookcase? Nothing. Yeah, I don't think this is anything interesting. I mean, it's interesting. I just don't think that there's anything I can do here. Alright, I'm gone. Huh? Oh my god. A police box from the United Kingdom, circa 1960. Oh shit. There it goes. Foosh. Well, what did they leave behind? A motion sensor. Okay. Several men in power armor are approaching you. Hold, if you're not spoken with our captain yet, do so and then go. Well, who's the captain? There we go. Hold, I recognize you. You visited the Brotherhood. Some may trust you, but I do not. State your business. I'll only state it to the head of your order. Take me to the Brotherhood. That's a reasonable request. Fall in. Well, I guess that brings me to where I need to be. Thank you for the escort, guys.
Hey, you're back. Did you get something?
Yep, sure did.
Great. But the High Elder said you have to give it to me before I can let you in. Sorry.
Okay.
This is great. Hang on while I open the door.
Okay. I kind of trust him. So let's go inside. Head to level 1. Some members of the Brotherhood may be offended if a stranger or meet a new initiate approaches them with a weapon. Good point. See, a monitor is made from Brotherhood technology. Brotherhood guards. Man, they have a nice place in here. There's another monitor. Senior Paladin. Senior Scribe. Okay, watch your form. Let's head on in here. Who's that? Michael. First, let's step in here. Watching training exercises. Neat. And hey, I came with my own armor, so there's that. Okay, let me go ahead and just talk to him. Hello, stranger. I've heard you're the one to thank for the safe return of my missing initiate. You're welcome. As for your reward, I'll give you the choice of one of the following. Power armor. Yes. I'll key your authorization right now. Go pick it up from Michael. Power armor. And, yeah, that was awesome. Oh, so they're just, like, lining up to train? It's neat. This is neat. Today we'll be going over some martial arts. In close combat, the technique you use depends on your opponent's size, reach, and quickness. If given the opportunity, test your opponent. Okay. Don't rush the attack. And, alright, my little one, try to hurt poor old Gramps. Oh man, he sounds like a badass. Will he even get through? You see how he lost his balance? Overextending yourself leaves you open for a counterattack. It's a good point. It's a good point. When you attack, be sure not to overextend. Why is overextending so bad? If you have the opportunity for a kill, shouldn't you go for it? Only if it's not risking yourself. That's a lot to risk your life over. That's a good... Oh, hey, I'm gaining skill points. Gaining a bunch of skill points. One little shove will land you right on your ass. Okay, let's give another young punk a try at Gramps. I'll watch it. I want to see what comes up from this. How many points have I gained? Let's see if you've learned from the previous example. I've gained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've gained 5. Not bad, that last move almost got me. Alright. Are you sure you want to be a scribe initiate? Those talents would be a shame to waste. We'll just keep you in a reserve, okay? Sounds like a plan. The guy doesn't know what he wants. I'm just fooling with you. You may want to reconsider a career as a knight. Alright, so they function almost like a monastery. Thank you, Brother Thomas. I hope you all noticed how Brother Anthony did not overextend himself. So yeah, I don't know, I may cut some of this out, but this is interesting. I gained experience from watching the training. Nice. But you know what I'm going to do? And before I get any further, I'm going to talk to Michael. How can I help you? I have been given authorization to check something out. Could you check the terminal to see if it went through yet? Okay, let me see here. Oh yes, you have authorization to check something out. Powered armor. Be sure to take care of it. I can't give out more than one set. Was there another item you needed? No, that's it. And, whoops. Did he give it to me? Powered armor. A self-contained suit of advanced technology armor. Powered by a microfusion reactor with enough fuel to last 100 years. It weighs 85 pounds. Which is heavy compared to what I had, but it boosts my strength up. So now let's... My AC just went through the roof. So now... Oh, no, I don't have a crippled right arm or anything. Okay, I was worried for a minute there. My carry weight is 175, so I do need to clear some inventory space. Got 182. Can I move around? Well, I can still move around. Let me, what are you doing today? How can I help you? Nothing but... I missed the chance to question him on what he does. I'm presuming he's just the quartermaster. Alright, what else do I need? There's Rhombus. Let's talk to Rhombus. In the bathroom. Who is there? Oh shit, the door closed.
May I help you?
Can I ask you a few questions? Tell me about yourself.
I am Rhombus, head of the Paladins. I
Nice.
train those willing to learn.
Can you teach me some stuff?
Stuff. I could teach you how to fight, if you had any ability. But the High Elder decreed no training of new recruits until the threat of invasion
Is
passes.
passed. Okay. What
It is
threat?
not my place to answer.
Alright, fine.
See the
Can I ask
High
you a
Elder
few
if you
questions?
wish. What do you want?
Can I ask a few questions? Man, you get a lot of opportunity to piss this guy off, but I don't really want to. Some history
Dr.
behind the
Vree in
Brotherhood.
The main library.
Okay, Vree. Can you tell me about the
hub
surrounding
and
area?
The boneyard are south, mountains are east, and desolate wasteland north. Whoever goes there never returns.
Okay. Alright, thanks. Alright, let's go seek out Vree and, I've already forgotten the name of the other one. All these, Brotherhood guys. Let's go to 2. Okay, down here in 2, we've got the scribes, a knight, scribe, an instructor for the Brotherhood initiates. Let's talk to the instructor. I'm technically an initiate, right? I'm sorry, but I can't talk right now. I've got a class. I wanted to be in the class. Knight initiates. Scribe initiates. And there's all kinds of things I could theoretically loot in here. Jerry, a young initiate. The Brotherhood's doctor. Let's talk to Jerry. Hi there, you must be the Brother RPG Crawler, the new initiate from the outside. My name's Jerry. I'm your new roommate. I'm an initiate too. I've been studying so hard. Are you initiate knight or scribe? I haven't decided. Yeah, I'm still trying to decide. It's so tough. They're both really exciting. By the way, if you want a top bunk, just let me know. I don't mind. Thanks. Bye. Are you alright? Maybe you need to see the doctor, or maybe you just need some sleep. Well, I better get back to studying. Bye. Okay. Yeah, and there's a doctor. I presume he can heal me if I need it, but I don't think I need it, so... Let's go down to the next floor. I feel at home already. Okay. Level 3. Got a heavily guarded room here. Sophia and Vree. And I will have to speak with them, won't I? Let's check out who else is down here. Just a bunch of knights, right? Man, they have a serious presence down here. I think I've seen more people here than I have in any of the other places combined. Knight Paul over there. Let's talk to Paul. What do we have in here? Power armor parts. Ah, so you're the new initiate. Welcome aboard. What can I do for you? Who are you and what do you do here? I'm Paul, head of energy weapons development. What kind of energy weapons? Laser, plasma, you name it. I've built it, or at least rebuilt it. Any chance I can get one? You'd have to see Michael to be issued a weapon. He can't authorize you for one, though. For that, you would need to see Talus. Okay, where can I find them? And they're right upstairs. Can you barter with me? Okay, thanks. I'll be going now. Well, it was worth a shot. I'm tired of having to open these doors every single time. Let's talk to Vree and Sophia. The algorithm is wrong. That can't be. Something must be wrong with the computer.
Greetings. It's a fine day for learning. Can I help you?
Alright. I know you're the master scribe, but what does that
the
mean?
knowledge of our ancestors for future generations.
Well, that means you know stuff.
Yes, I guess you could say I know stuff. What can I help you with?
I've heard something... Okay, how can I prevent radiation poisoning?
Radiation drugs. I have some. Take these immediately if you think you're near radiation.
Thanks. And I've been given some things,
what can
probably.
I help you with?
I've heard something about holodisks. How can I read them?
Use your Pip-Boy 2000 to read the discs. Insert the disc into the reader. If you have the proper computer skills, you should be able to scan
I think I do, but where can I learn the computer
has some
skills?
automated courses that you can take. Here, I'll show you.
And I think that gives me... gives me something, right? Well, she gave me some RAD-X. Use this terminal to learn the basics of computer operation. Fail to learn anything. You lesson finishes in 6 hours. You feel exhausted. What did that get me? I think it might have boosted my science is up to 74 already.
What can I help you with?
Like to know more about the
Speak
weapons
to the
we make
knights.
here.
Ask them to show you one of the latest laser pistols I designed.
Thanks. I
What
don't know
can I
which
help
knight,
you
but know something about holodisks. Oh wait, what's causing all the mutations?
Between the nuclear and biogenic weapons used in the war, it's surprising we don't have more mutations. However, if we can hold out, everything will be okay.
Why do you say that?
All the mutants I've studied have been sterile. They can't breed with another creature. If we could clean up the mutation sources, we should be able to simply outlive the mutants.
Interesting theory. Any proof?
Here, take this holodisc. It's got copies of my autopsies on mutant
Okay,
corpses.
nice.
It clearly shows that no mutant could possibly reproduce successfully.
Thanks. And that gives me another holodisc to read. Which I will read real quick. Vree's experiment tape. Initial observations. This is truly amazing. Some of the knights on a patrolling expedition have come across an unusual creature. This creature appears to be a humanoid and quite possibly was once of a human state. However, there are many differences in the structure of this creature than that of normal humans. In the initial investigation, this creature is discovered to have a cellular structure akin to that of humans. But before any possible decomposition can take place, I'm taking down the statistics of this subject. Subject A, 3.2 meters, gender indeterminate, predominantly gray with tints of green under the current lighting system. Uncertain if this is due to decay or exposure to the wastelands. Note, the skin is extremely tough and with respect to scalpels. Muscle mass is pretty high. Cells undergo cellular division at an increased rate. Mitosis occurs at a rate 15% quicker than that of normal humans. Cellular structure appears to be highly similar to humans. Genetic structure shows a strong correlation between the subject and Homo sapiens. Possibly a mutation from the nuclear or biochemical agents remnants of the war. DNA strands appear to be very complete. All recessive genes from ailments appear to have been eradicated from the system. The RNA strands also appear to have been manipulated to allow for greater transmission of signals. Based on the increased size of neurotransmitters and synaptic receivers, I would hypothesize that the subject had acute reflexes and heightened senses. Based on the reports the Knights gave of the area in which the subject was discovered, barren, high radiation, extremely high concentrations of chemical agents, it is a wonder the subject survived as long as it did. Performing tests to determine possible cause of death. Results of tests: visual inspection, black powder burns near the area suggest a possible bullet. 1.2 centimeter lacerations on the calf of the right leg appear to have been made by teeth. We'll conduct test for possible rabies. Skin dried out and flaking, possible exposure. Radiation count, 12 rads. Rabies test clean, hydrochloric gas clean, chlorine level 0.07, sulfuric content 0.02, phase shifting virus clean, gamma cyclotronic virus clean, forced evolutionary virus 2 severe overdose. Hypothesis. Based on my observations, I would hypothesize that the test subject has been killed in a severe fight of at least two people
3 animals the size of dogs. What is truly astonishing is the extent of viral infection in this subject. I had read once that some pre-war scientists were conducting experiments with such a virus, but all the research notes were destroyed. Research into the virus has led into many interesting discoveries. The test subject has gained many of its mutations from overdose of the virus. This would account for the enhanced muscle and bone structure. Additionally, the recessive genes, which are commonly found in humans, have been manipulated in such a way as to bring about the best possible combination. While the process by which this happens is uncertain, it does have some severe side effects. Chief among them is sterility. The test subject would have been unable to reproduce with any creature, whether clean or mutated. Other side effects include an alteration of pigment of the epidermis. Life expectancy is increased by 10%, intellect is decreased by this strain by 30%. Conclusions based on the information I would extrapolate that we could simply outlive these mutants. However, based on the fact that these mutants have a super high concentration of the virus, it stands to reason that there could be a place which is creating them. As to where this could be, I cannot hazard a guess. That's more useful information. Let's finally talk to Sophia. I was sent here to ask Vree about the history of the Brotherhood. You didn't get that far. You didn't get far with that, did you? Vree is too busy with her experiments to care about the history anymore. Well, who can I talk to about the history of the Brotherhood? My area of specialty is the Brotherhood's history. It seems that some people around here have forgotten the importance of our history. What can you tell me about it? Well, it's good to see someone interested in our great history. Unlike others around here, here you go. This is a disc of some of our earliest writings. Thank you. And more to read. Loredump. Getting experience left and right, though. Sophia tape. The exodus from the accursed base was a trying time for the men and their families. While there was no radioactive fallout to contend with, they were frequently beset by the fallout of humanity. Roving bands of psychotic marauders attempted several attacks on that noble group. The company itself was in no danger, for they wore the armor of power. Members of their families were not so lucky. Once the vermin found out they were easily repelled, they began to fire on the unarmed civilians from a distance. They took a great many casualties, yet for every member of the Exodus that was struck down in this way, our noble brethren took 2 lives from the wasteland. Finally, the forefathers came to the safety of the bunker. Captain Maxon, the great deliverer, Maxon, I've read that name before, I think, decreed this to be our new home, and all was well. In the fullness of time, the bunker became our home, our temple, and our salvation from the terrors of the outside world. We began to build and shape our fortress into something glorious, the beauty of which the technologically bereft would never have seen. Yet there were those who sought still more. These restless souls demanded we look to the southeast for the advanced technology that was supposedly housed there. Captain Maxon warned that these impetuous youths, that the research facility was doubtlessly destroyed when we were spared, but they would not hear his words. They took their sanctified armor and headed off to find their holy grail, but not before they spoke the deliverer's name in vain, questioning his very bravery. These men were never heard from again. Okay. So let's head on down to the last level. Okay, here I am, down at the bottom level. You've got some sort of temple up here. You've got General Maxon and Mathia. And then you've got the Brotherhood Elders. All right. Let's just go ahead and cross the hall here. Making sure they're not named. Let's talk
Hello,
to
youngster. Cabot said you wanted to talk. Look, I'm pretty stacked up right now, so I'll help you out as long as you don't start flapping your gums too much.
Oh,
You
okay.
outsiders are like that, always jawing. Kinda like me, huh?
Okay. Alright, maybe you can tell me. Everyone here seems to be on edge. It's like you're getting ready to go to war, but no one knows
Well,
with who.
merchants from the hub told us a bunch of caravans disappeared on their way up north. I think there's an army in the mountains.
Yep.
The elders, they don't want to act until they're sure.
I have found proof that it is this army which is causing that disappearance of the caravans. It's an army of mutants. You have good reason to be worried. They look very formidable.
Then you understand the problem. To survive, we need someone who knows the outside. Like
Alright.
you.
Sure thing. I'll go scout that area to the north and then report what I find.
Good. Anything else you need to ask?
Would it be possible for me to get a hold of some better weapons? I actually don't think it's possible for me to get a hold of any better weapons. I've got a plasma rifle and I've got an alien gun, so...
Well, I suggest you talk to my assistant, Mathia, about that.
Sure thing. Power Fist. Ripper. I don't know, man. Let's get a Ripper. I don't know what that is. There you go. Glad you're on our side, Initiate. What even is the Ripper? I am way overburdened. Okay. It's a vibroblade powered by a small energy cell. This chain blade rips and tears into it. It's a melee weapon. Okay. That's cool. In case I need to get up close and personal with somebody. And on that note, my next mission is to scout the north area or the area north of the Brotherhood area. But since I've spent so much time listening to people and reading things, I am actually going to set that aside for the next episode. For now, there's been the RPG Crawler with Fallout Classic. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you've got feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.